Hi, I'm the Director for Common Knowledge Trust, and we produce Birthing Better Childbirth Preparation online course. Today I want to ask you to think about your birth. Our goal as a trust is to first educate the general population about why it's so important to become skilled to birth your baby. For any birth. This is the birth of your baby. You got pregnant to have a baby. You didn't get pregnant to have a type of birth. So all of the hundreds of families and the tens of thousands of families that have used the Birthing Better skills had to shift their mind. They had to stop thinking in the way of the childbirth trend of today, which is to say, I want a natural birth, a home birth, or I am going to have my baby in the hospital, or my birth is going to be medical when I want a natural birth, or I really want an elective cesarean, but I feel that that's not okay within how society talks about childbirth. So we really want to educate you to the fact that no matter where you give birth, with whom you give birth, or what happens to and around you, you are birthing your baby. Birth is a journey in time. It starts at time A and it ends with the birth of your baby. You have to fill that time doing something, or else birth is just going to happen to you. It's very tempting to let it happen to you. After all, you will be surrounded by birth professionals, whether it's an obstetrician in the hospital, or a midwife in the hospital, or a midwife at home, or even a doula. These are people who are there to help and assist you. The birth professionals, such as midwives and obstetricians, their jobs, their skills, their role is to safeguard the well-being of you and your baby. The doula's role is to be your support person. And then the question is should they be your primary support person if you have a partner or other family or friend member who's with you? And from Birthing Better Families' viewpoint is no, they should not be your primary support person. First of all, it's too tiring for them to support one woman after another. That's your job, your role, and you need the skills to do that. So how do you get the skills to do that? Well, first of all, you have to know that you should become skilled. And so today I want to ask you some questions. If you've never been pregnant, I want you to write a list of what you want for your birth, how you would like your birth to be. If you have given birth to one baby, I want you to write a list of what are the things that were good about that birth and where are your gaps? What are the things that you didn't particularly like? If you've had more than one baby, then make certain that you make a list for each of those births. If you've had a home birth, what are the things that you liked about the home birth? If you had a hospital birth, it's the same thing. What did you like and what did you didn't like? Now, if you're pregnant now, we want you to write a list of what it is you want for your birth. How do you imagine your birth going? What would you like? And then we'd like you to just stop and look at that list. How many things did you put on that list that were skills that you used or skills that your birth partner used? If there were no skills on that list, then we are talking to people who don't have any societal expectation that you should be skilled, and we want to change that. If you made comments like, I liked how I breathed, then go down and write another list. How did you breathe? How do you know you liked how you breathed? So it's really important that we begin to really look at childbirth as the activity it is. You have to do that activity. If you're having a non-laboring cesarean, that activity starts as soon as you get in the car to drive to the hospital. That's like your labor. And when you get prepped and are sitting in the hospital waiting for surgery, that's your transition. And the surgery is the birth of your baby. So you can fill that time with the skills that are in Birthing Better. If you labor, some people think, well, I'm not going to use skills until it gets tough. No. You want to start using skills even before you go into labor, so that that practice then sort of just becomes part of what you do as you begin to have labor contractions. And the reason you want to use skills in the early part of labor is so that you begin to read the contractions, read your responses, and notice how you are responding to what is happening to you by what you are doing. And that's true for your birth coach. Early on in labor, your birth coach may not need to help you very much because you may not have a lot of pain. But as you get more intense contractions and you get more intense pain, then your birth coach has to have the skills to read how you sound and how you look so that they know exactly when to start to really help you. So answer those questions, and if you want to put feedback on our Facebook page, that's great, because we're a community. You've joined this community, and so we want to have a conversation that's a two-way conversation between our trust and all of you. See you again tomorrow.